Evening, you guys. Sing with us if you want to. There is no holding back. Power in this room right now. Rising up as a force of love so high it can't come down. Every soul is a soul on fire, burning bright with the light of life. Here we are, open wide, there's no place we can hide. We sing out, we sing. Sing out, we sing. Spirit move, our hands and feet, Spirit move. Everything, Spirit move. In the space between, Spirit move. Like a river deep and wide, rolling out like a mighty flood. Love's filling every heart and pouring out of us. Feel it breaking down the walls, building everybody up. It's taking over now, there's no way it can stop. We sing out, we sing. Sing out, we sing. Spirit move, our hands and feet, Spirit move. Everything, Spirit move. In the space between, Spirit move. Spirit move, our hands and feet, Spirit move. Everything, Spirit move. In the space between, Spirit move. Spirit move. Spirit move.
Thank you, Jimmy and Julie. Welcome back, Julie. She got married last weekend. Yay! Woohoo! Welcome, everyone. My name is Reverend Lea Alvarado. I'm the senior minister here. So glad that you have all joined us. Welcome to those online. Welcome, welcome to everybody. What a beautiful fall day. Is this extraordinary? It just keeps going and going, our beautiful fall. It doesn't always work that way in Colorado, but this year it's pretty extraordinary. Christine Roth is holding all of us in consciousness today. That means she's holding us all in prayer. So if there is something that you would like prayer for, just hold that in your heart and know that she is holding you as well. And she will be up here afterward, after the service, to pray with you if you need that as well. We are an inclusive community. We honor all paths to God, all faith traditions, all beliefs, all paths, all lifestyles. Wherever you are welcome here. And we believe that as you change your thinking, you change your life. And each week we provide spiritual practical tools that you can take into your life and apply them so that you can experience more joy, more freedom, and more peace. All right. Let's say our mission together and our vision. Our mission. We are an inclusive community, inspiring personal growth, spiritual practice, and a positive way of life. And our vision, to awaken humanity, revealing a world that works for everyone. All right, we have some announcements. Marie, we're going to bring Marie up. Do we have some walk-up music for Marie? Here she comes. All right. No need to run, just, it's good music to listen to while we're waiting. Okay.
Figured the faster the music, the faster I'd come running up here, but that's okay. Dun-dun-dun. Okay, so today's announcements. We have some great events coming up, if I do say so myself. So, Loving Yourself, the key to more freedom and happiness in your life with Reverend Lea Alvarado starts Monday, October the 30th. This is a class where you get to release and heal old patterns of negative self-talk, learn ways to honor, appreciate, and love all that you are, and walk away with a greater sense of health,
Sure.
and self, or
Both.
something, a greater sense of self, and what you have to bring to the world. Yeah, I took this class. It's fabulous. So if you have the opportunity, it's only 3 weeks.
Yep.
It's here in Poison.
It's in person.
It's in
Yep.
Poison here, so enjoy that. November, Sacred Feminine Circle, Friday, November the 3rd. This is a gathering of like-minded souls focused on storytelling, drumming, chanting, dancing, and meditation. I'm going to scoot over
Okay.
because I have a feeling I'm behind the slide.
It's all good.
Online.
Oh, online for the people
Yeah.
online. Oh, probably
Sorry about
so.
that.
Okay.
I lost my head. I forgot when I got up here. Anyway, if you're a woman or one who orients as female, no. But thanks for chiming in there, Beck. Appreciate it. Yeah, there are limited spots available. This event always fills up really, really quickly.
Yeah.
No, my big old head's probably all in your way, but y'all know what's happening here because I'm saying it out loud. Volunteer Day with Larimer County Food Bank, Saturday, November the 18th. Come join us in serving the community. This is a fabulous opportunity. We need 10 volunteers. Last year it filled up, didn't it?
Yeah, and we have
Fill all
about
the way up.
half, so we're looking for some more folks to help out.
We
so
do this every
please,
year. It's a great
thank
event.
you.
Okay,
Yeah, it's a great event. Join us.
hang on. We need 10 volunteers. It doesn't say sign up, but out there, y'all out there, sign up. Don't just raise your hands and say like, oh yeah, I'll be there. Get it, sign up. All right, join us Wednesday, November 22nd at 5 p.m. for our gratitude service. Online or in person as we reflect on gratitude and craft a community gratitude bouquet.
So you'll each have a chance to share what you're grateful for. We'll pass the mic around, and then you'll get a flower, and you'll contribute to a beautiful bouquet. We'll have great music, and then we'll have a soup and bread. Bread's important, unless you're gluten-free, of course, but potluck afterwards. Yeah.
Bring your own gluten-free
Yes,
bread.
if you're gluten-free, bring your own. If you need to have bread with your soup, yes.
key.
Thank you, Andy.
Dokie. Foundations of the Science of Mind, Thursday, November 30th through February the 1st, 6 to 9 p.m. This is an online class. Great chance to take Foundations in your pajamas. Because the whole thing is going to be online. You can be comfy in the stretchy pants at home. This class is a rich introduction to the spiritual principles and the complementary spiritual practices of our teaching. The main objective in this course is to provide a safe and fun place to embrace practical spirituality for everyday living. And since we're all living every day,
Yes.
let's be practical about it. Every Sunday we gather together to share a meal. Tonight we are meeting after service to go to dinner. Meet at the welcome table if you're interested. We are at the Maya Cove tonight. So everything else? Right? Let me stand in front of the website and point at it. Everything else is on our website, cslnoco.org. Or if you have a phone, you can scan the QR code. That's all I know.
Thank you, Marie. All right, we're going to slow things down a little bit. Words are on the screen. This is a beautiful song called Surely the Presence. So join us as we sing this song. It opens your heart and connects you to one another. And I'm going to turn it over to Jimmy and Julie.
Surely the presence of God is in this place. I can feel the mighty power and the grace. I can hear the brush of angel wings. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of God is in this place. All right, one more time. Surely the presence of God is in this place. I can feel the mighty power and the grace. I can hear the brush of angel wings. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of God is in this place.
And so in this moment, this space, this time, we recognize that as we gather this evening, we know that our hearts are connected, that we are one. And we are not only connected to one another, but we are connected to all beings across this planet. We are one global family. And we give thanks for knowing this. We give thanks for being reminded of this truth. That spirit and the divine essence of all that is right here within each one of us. It has guided each one of us here to this space and to tune in online this evening. For I know that there is something here for each one of us. There is something within us that has called us here to assist us on our spiritual journey. And so we give thanks for this evening. We give thanks for that presence. We give thanks for the guidance. We give thanks for the love that is here within this beloved community called CSL Northern Colorado. We give thanks for the beautiful musicians that open our hearts with their song, with their voices. And we give thanks knowing that our journey is blessed, that wherever we are, we know that we are blessed, and it is a blessing to be alive and to receive all that is coming through this evening. And so we open our hearts fully, and we give thanks knowing it is done. And so it is.
This is a Denise Rosier song.
When a step seems too hard to take, every turn feels like a big mistake. It makes you want to close your eyes and hide. Trust yourself, even if you're scared. Don't give up, don't give in to fear. All the strength you seek, you'll find in time. Open up, spread your wings and rise above. The clouds in your mind that blind you who you really are. Don't waste your time, no one else can live your life. Open up to what you've known all the time. You are more than you are. You are more than you are. Speak your mind, make a statement. Don't hide yourself out in the open. Step into the spotlight and shine. Be the change, fall like a domino, a chain reaction that sets the world aglow. You'll be amazed how it falls in line. Open up, spread your wings and rise above.
to what you've known all the time.
Round and around we go, we don't fall down. More than flesh and bone, we're heart and soul, light and miracles. You are more than you are, you are more than you are, you are. Open up, spread your wings and rise above. The clouds in your mind that blind you to who you really are.
Don't waste your time. No one else can live your life. Open up to what you've known all the time.
You've known all the time. You are more than you are, you are more than you are.
Thank you both. All right, so October. I've been talking all month about living fully and fearlessly. And tonight, you notice a coffee theme? I'm not sure. Our marketing person's amazing, but I don't know. I don't even drink coffee, but coffee is in all of these slides, which, it's great, right? You all love coffee. I'm assuming because everybody seems to besides me. I'm a chai drinker. Anyway, I digress. In the Tao Te Ching focuses or talks about, not necessarily focuses, but talks about the flow of life and how it is a natural part of the universe. Change. That change is a natural part of living. And that everything is in a constant state of flux. Everything, always. And when we resist that, it creates suffering and it creates discord. Some of you, I would imagine, have experienced this. And so when we can flow, the Tao, it says in the Tao that when we can flow, there is this ease, there is a harmony, there's a grace that happens. And that's what I'm talking about today, navigating change with grace. And it's essentially saying the same thing, that when we can move through our life and not resist it and not push against it and not shout no at it, there is a flow. There is a flow. We resist change, though, don't we? Does anybody resist change? Some more than others. Some of you do and may not be even willing to admit it. But yes, we all have a resistance to change. And it's because our brain, our mind, our bodies wants the same thing. We want it because it's comfortable, because it feels safe. We want things to stay the same. And when things stay the same, then we know what to expect. We know what to expect, and then we can relax, we think. That's the expectation, that's the hope. Yeah, but we weren't invited to come here as souls, or I should say, we didn't choose to come here as souls in this physical existence to just kick back and relax. Some of you are like, dang it. Damn. If you're here, if you are hearing this message today, whether you're in person or you are online, you're on a spiritual journey. That's my assumption, that you didn't just walk by one day and go, oh, I think I want to just come to this service because, I don't know, I have nothing else to do. That you are on a spiritual path of some kind. Some of you began your path many, 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 many years ago, and some it's more new for you. But you're here because you're on some spiritual path. And that means, what this means, you want to know what it means? It means you signed up for deep work. You signed up for deep work. Whether you want that or not, that's what you signed up for. Yeah? Some of you are like, yeah. Ernest Holmes, I love what he said about change. He said, nature will not let us stay in one place too long. Nature demands the change in order that we may advance. When the change comes, we should welcome it with a smile on the lips and a song in the heart. Yeah. So as souls, we signed up to experience certain things. We signed up to experience health challenges. We signed up to experience financial challenges. We signed up to experience relationship challenges. And all of it is by divine design to bring us back home, to bring us back to our center, to bring us back to the divinity that we are, to help us to know the truth of who we are with a capital T. Deep work means change. It means change. It means that there will be situations and there will be circumstances in our life that we are not going to feel ready for. We are not going to feel ready at all for. But there are no mistakes. There are no mistakes when these changes come into our lives, when these situations come into our lives, when these circumstances present themselves. There's no mistakes. Nothing is random. Things don't just happen. They happen by divine design. You know, the moment we decided as a soul to come into this physical existence, we also had an agreement that we would experience change. And the divine said, okay, all right, rubbing its hands together, yeah. How can I assist this beautiful one? How can I assist this beautiful soul? How many changes can I drop into their path, onto their path, so that they can grow and evolve? The moment we then decided to begin a spiritual journey, that's when things got really good. Because what happens when we begin our spiritual journey? Our awareness changes. We have a shift in our awareness. Suddenly, life looks totally different once we begin that path. And that's when we realized, these things that I'm experiencing in my life, these challenges, this pain, these changes, all of it, it's here to help me grow. It's here to help me to evolve. And then we forget. We forget that's why we came. We forget that's why we're here. We forget that we signed up for these experiences, that on some level we agreed to these experiences. And so we then dig our heels in and we say, I cannot believe that I'm experiencing this. I can't believe that I'm going through this thing right now in my life. How many of you have said that or asked that question? Why am I going through this? I can't believe I'm going through this. Yeah. We forget in those moments that that's actually what we signed up for. We agreed to those situations. We agreed to them on some level. And the divine just says, okay, here you are. As you think about changes in your life, as you think about how you view change, some of you embrace change. Some of you, when you hear the word change, you want to run for the hills as fast as you can. For most of us, it is challenging because it catches us off guard, doesn't it? Our life maybe is going pretty smoothly, and then all of a sudden, wham, something happens. Planned change is a little different. Now, planned change still presents some uneasiness. It does. But it's a little different because we're preparing for something that we have decided we're going to experience. And so we've prepared ourselves mentally and spiritually and emotionally for that change. I've experienced a lot of planned change in my life. I like to take risks. I put myself out there. It's just how I've been and who I am. So I've planned change. I moved here from California 17 years ago. That was a huge change. I grew up in California, came here. That was a big one. I divorced my husband. That was also a big change in my life, a planned change. I knew it was needed and necessary, and it was painful, but it was something that I decided that was necessary in my life. I changed my career. I had an amazing career as a career counselor, helping adults in career transition, and I decided to leave that career and pursue ministry. That was a huge change. Each one of these changes brought challenges and some pain too. But each one called me to expand who I was. Each one, I prayerfully approached each one. I tuned in, I asked for guidance, I asked for assistance, and I received it. And I followed that and knew that where I was headed was going to result in something positive. So I trusted that, and I accepted that. Unplanned change, very different, isn't it? We're going through life, and then, have you ever had anybody come behind you and stick their leg behind your knee and you just kind of give out? It's super uncomfortable, right? I'm trying to mimic that. And that's what it feels like. You're going through life and you're just, yeah, life's great. And then it's like somebody just came from behind and knocked you and you're down on the floor, face down. In those moments when change happens that way, in some cases it takes our breath away. In some cases it feels like someone's just punched us in the gut. And some of those changes change our life forever. So they're hard. In the last 2 weeks, I've experienced some unplanned change that hasn't been easy to face or deal with. And it felt like that, like it was just came out of nowhere, and it makes you feel a little unstable. And what also happened, what I also noticed was there was grief there. When change happens, when it's unexpected, grief is often present, because we need to grieve what once was. We need to grieve the loss of whatever that was so that we can move into something new. And so part of change is giving ourselves full permission to grieve, to feel whatever emotion is there. It might be anger, it might be frustration, and it might be grief. So part of that, when we experience change, that first step is just to notice what you're feeling and to be with it, to allow it to be there. In order to navigate change with grace, this is a necessary part. As spiritual seekers, sometimes, we want to jump to the joy, we want to jump to the peace quicker than we really should. Because we get this impression that, okay, I'm a spiritual seeker, I've read all these books, I've taken all these classes, I do all these things, well, I need to have my stuff together. I just need to go into peace and just float through life. But in those moments, actually, we do ourselves more harm if we don't allow ourselves to just feel whatever it is we're feeling, to be with that. And not jump to the good stuff so quickly. We'll get to the good stuff. We have to trust that we will get to the good stuff. But sometimes the best thing we can do is to sit with whatever it is that we are feeling. It's part of the growth journey. It's part of it to feel it. And that's the only way it can move through us, is to feel it, all of it. Change is hard when we look at change and we say, this should not be happening. This should not be here right now. I don't want to be facing this right now. Well, here it is. The more that we resist and the more that we push against it, the more it remains. Yeah, the more it remains. So until we can surrender to it, until we can allow it, like the Taoists talk about, it's as though we are paddling upstream. You can picture that. The water is flowing downstream, and you have a boat faced in the opposite direction, and you're trying as hard as you can to get upstream. It's exhausting. So change gives us quite a gift. What change does is it helps us to become a greater version of ourselves. That's what change does. So if we can shift our perception of change, rather than, damn, this thing that's in my life that I have to face and deal with, instead, this is actually helping me to become a greater version of myself. All of it is helping us to grow. Now, some of you are experiencing change that you're not so happy about right now in your life. Some of you are anticipating changes that are coming in your life. Some of you know that there are changes you need to make in your life, and you do not even want to talk about it. Right? So, of those three change scenarios, that fits everybody in here, I suspect. So change is asking us to look at what is trying to come through us, what is becoming. We are growing into a greater version of ourselves when change comes into our life. That's what it's asking us to do. If we are resistant to that, then the growth is limited. It's more limited. Without change, we stagnate. We get stuck. There's no movement, and we remain the same. There may be a little bit of growth there, but it's not the same. So in order to approach change with grace, we have to let go of our attachments to how things once were and trust that something wonderful trying to come through. We block the growth from happening when we resist it. We block what is trying to come through, what we are becoming. But we have free will. We have free will. So that means that the change happens and we may just say, no. I don't want to experience this right now, and I'm going to just dig my heels in and resist with all my might. Stomp my feet, pound my fists. But change is not going to go away. It's still going to remain there. And if we resist it, then our path is limited. The growth path is limited. And it will show up again, and it will show up again, continuing to give us opportunities to expand, to grow, and to become more in this life. Reynold Nebu said, change is the essence of life. Be willing to surrender what you are for what you could become. So change happens, and it's here to show us something that we couldn't see before. There's something available to us on the other side of it. But we have to trust that that's actually happening. We have to trust that change is a good thing, not a bad thing. So when change happens, instead of saying, oh my God, here it comes again, to shift our perception of it, to shift our relationship to it, to surrender, to let go, to allow it to be there. The divine is always giving us opportunities, continuously, to become a greater expression of itself through us. I'm going to say this again because this is really important. The divine is always giving us opportunities to become a greater expression of itself through us. So when we experience change, that's what it's trying to do. When we experience any challenge in our life, that's what the divine is trying to do. It's trying to present to us an opportunity to be a greater expression of the divine, of itself in our life. We are constantly transforming ourselves into greater and greater versions of the divine. That's it. That's what we're doing. We think that change is about our day-to-day struggles. Oh, I got to deal with this thing, and I got to deal with this thing, and this inconvenient thing over here, and this annoying thing over here, and dang it, why this? That's approaching it with human eyes. Our human eyes get annoyed and frustrated, irritated, see it as an inconvenience, see it as a burden. Our spiritual eyes look at it a little differently. Our spiritual eyes can look at what's happening and see it as this is the divine trying to wake me up, actually. This is the divine shaking me, saying, pay attention here. Pay attention. This changes in your life in order to show you something, in order to help you to grow and evolve. And so it's a matter of expanding the lens that we are looking through, setting aside our human lens and moving into more of a spiritual perspective. The changes in our life are not here, not designed to cause pain, although that is a part of it. They are here to wake us up. They are here to give us another opportunity to wake up. So when change shows up in your life, celebrate it. Thank you, change. Thank you. Thank you for giving me another opportunity to practice the spiritual tools that I am learning on Sundays, that I am learning in the classes I'm taking, that I am learning in the books that I'm reading. This is why we immerse ourselves into classes and services and books so that we can continually be reminded of the opportunity that's there for us. So it's easy to practice these tools, when life is going great. It's easy to remember to go to our books and to sit in meditation and to go into prayer. It's easy when we're feeling great to just blast love from our heart. Oh, this feels so great. I'm feeling so peaceful today. Let me just be that loving presence wherever I go. And then change happens. Something falls right into our lap. We fall on our face. I don't feel like meditating today. Yeah, I don't feel like doing this work. I know that book is there, but I don't want to pick it up. And that's the time. That's where the rubber meets the road. That's the time to pull from those resources, to pick up that book, to come to service, to take a class, to ask for help, to ask a minister for help, to ask one of our beloved practitioners for help, to ask this community for help, because we are all in this together. We're all in this together. So if change is happening in your life on any level right now, which I suspect it is, know that the universe is giving you a little nudge and maybe a little shove for some, a little elbow. The universe is saying, this is a chance for you to grow. This is a chance for you to expand. We think that we want this easy life. We think that we want a life of joy and freedom, and yes, sure, we want that. But I love what Abraham Hicks says. They talk about change. They talk about the contrast and how important the contrast is for our lives. So yes, joy is great, and freedom is great, and peace is wonderful. Contrast, when contrast comes in, that's when you get knocked onto your knees by life. That's the contrast. You lose a job unexpectedly. Your partner ends the relationship unexpectedly. You have a health diagnosis that you did not expect. That's contrast. And when we experience contrast, what it does is it gives birth to something new. It wakes us up. It wakes us up from our slumber. And when that happens, the universe is saying, hold on for the ride, I got you. The universe says, I've got you. And it says that this is a necessary part of this journey that you are on. This is necessary. And I am right by your side through every single moment of it. You are not going to fall. You are not going to fail. I am right here. I've never left your side. Julia Cameron said, as we open our creative channel to the Creator, many gentle but powerful changes are to be expected. So when we agreed to this spiritual journey, when we said, yes, I am willing to open myself to this path, to this journey, changes are going to happen. And they're happening for our highest and our greatest good. I want to walk us through a little meditative exercise. So I invite you to close your eyes if you're comfortable. Dropping into your heart, bringing your energy back into your heart. What is the change that you are facing right now? What is the change that you are anticipating in your life? Or what is the change that you desire but you are afraid to make? Bringing that into your heart, bringing it into your awareness. And as you become aware of what that is, surround it with love. Surround it with love from your heart. Feel that energy enveloping and wrapping around that change that you are facing right now. Give yourself permission to let go and to surrender to this change, knowing that it is the doorway to profound growth in your life. And know that you are not doing it alone. Know that you cannot do it wrong, nor can you ever fail. Breathe out resistance, let it go. Breathe it all out and breathe in the energy of allowing. Breathe in the energy of surrendering. And now ask your inner self, what is this change asking of me right now? What is this change asking of me? What is available to me and my life as a result of this change? What is available to me? What am I becoming as a result of this change? Just trust whatever comes through right now in this moment. It might be a feeling, it might be a knowing, it might be a word. Trust, just trust what comes through. And keeping your eyes closed, repeat these words out loud after me. I release my attachment to what has been. I release any and all resistance. I surrender and I allow. And I step fully into what I am becoming. Taking a deep breath and opening your eyes. So when I asked, what am I becoming, as I looked at the unplanned changes that have found their way into my life over the last few weeks, what I heard was more free, more free. And so how I interpreted that is that the divine is giving me another opportunity to trust and to allow. Because when we can trust and we can allow, we're going to experience more freedom. So surrendering and letting go, this is a big one for us. As we move into this week, I invite you to continue to look at the changes that you are facing, to look at them, to be with whatever emotion is coming up for you, and to trust that it is part of your sacred journey in this life, that it is part of your spiritual path. Life will forever change. It's its nature to do so. And know that you have everything you need to make that change in a beautiful way. You have been given all the tools, all the resources, all the divine ideas, all the assistance you could possibly need to assist you in moving through that change with grace. Ravi Shankar said, grace is accepting a higher wisdom. Grace is surrendering to change. Grace is accepting that life is constantly changing. Our lives are a gift given to us by God, given to us by the divine. Everything that we experience is a gift, every single bit of it. And so we say, thank you, life, thank you, Spirit, for this change, for I know that this is supporting my growth, my evolution, and helping me to become an even greater version of myself, an even greater version of the divine. And so let's know this together. Let's claim this together, and let's know as we move out into our life this week that we are going to be able to have a different relationship with change. That we will be able to let go, allow, and receive the gifts that the divine has in store for each of us. Let's pray. Practitioners, please stand in high consciousness. And so in this moment, we recognize and know that there is one life, one God, one presence, one Spirit. That presence is found in every moment, in every breath, in every situation, in every circumstance. And I know that this presence is guiding each one of us through this life, through every change. No matter what falls into our lap, I am knowing that each one of us is able to face it, to be with it, to allow it, to surrender, to let go of our attachments, and to be able to move forward in a beautiful and extraordinary way, in a new way. I'm knowing that we are remembering the truth of who we are, that we are remembering that we are divinity in form. And as such, there is nothing that we cannot handle. There is nothing that we cannot move through with grace. And so we feel gratitude in our heart for the opportunities that are continuously presenting themselves to us as we walk through this life. We let go of resistance. We let go of fear. And we gladly say, thank you, life, thank you, change, for giving me another opportunity to return to the truth of who I am. And so with great gratitude, we release this prayer, we hand it over to the divine that always says yes. And we take one last deep breath, feeling the truth of these words. We claim it done, we claim it to be so, we declare it to be absolutely so, right here, right now. And so it is.
I am the place where God lives. moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. Stand and sing with us. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up.
All right, if you heard something today that was of value to you, if there was something that touched your heart, that inspired you, I invite you to give. For as we give, we receive. This is a principle that we teach, and as we give with an open and full heart, that returns to us multiplied. And there are a number of ways in which you can give. You see that on the screen there. So let's take our offering, our love, our energy, let's place it over our heart, and let's say our offering affirmation together. This gift is spirit in form, circulating and blessing all it touches. Freely I give, and joyfully I receive.
All right. This is a song by the Weepies. Yesterday when you were young, everything you needed done was done for you. Now you do it on your own, but you find you're all alone. What can you do? You and me walk on, walk on, walk on, 'cause you can't go back now. You know there will be days when you're so tired you can't take another step. The night will have no stars, and you'll think you've gone as far as you will ever get. But you and me walk on, walk on, walk on, 'cause you can't go back now. And yeah, go where you wanna go. Yeah, be what you wanna be if you ever turn around. You'll see me. I can't really say why everybody wishes they were somewhere else. But in the end, the only steps that matter are the ones you take all by yourself. You and me walk on, walk on, walk on. Yeah, you and me walk on, walk on, walk on, 'cause you can't go back now. Walk on, walk on, walk on, 'cause you can't go back now.
Thank you, Matt. And so I just bless all that is flowing into this community, just knowing that it is allowing us to continue to do great work here and in the surrounding community and in the world. And so we just give great thanks, knowing it is done, and so it is. Thank you all. Is there anybody here for the first time? Welcome, welcome, welcome. So I'm assuming you got a little welcome card. I hear that we don't have full packets together, but you got what you need. We're here if you have questions. Welcome. So glad you've joined us. If there's anybody online who's here for the first time, welcome to you as well. All right. After service, as I said, our practitioners will be here. I'm pointing up here, but you can actually stand here too for prayer. If there's something heavy on your heart you need prayer for, know that that's available. There also is a prayer box back on the blue table back there. If you'd like to write a prayer and put it in there, then we will pray on that for you all week long. So know that is also available. All right, let's stand for our closing benediction and our peace song. If you want to place your hands over your heart and let's say our benediction together. May we be at peace. May our hearts remain open. May we awaken to the light of our own true nature. May we be healed, and may we be a source of healing for all beings. Love is who I am. Love is who we are. Love is all there is. Grab a hand if you want as we sing the peace song and close it out.
Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me. Yes, there is peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With love as our power, loved ones all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Yes, peace begins with me. Yes, this is the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me.